Hi there, you've joined us on Starting Up. Now, with the growth of social media, without a doubt, a number of websites are really trying to leverage the medium to help companies boost sales and even the quality of hire as well. Here's a startup that's attempting to do just that. Let's hear Hireplug out then, making their pitch to super angel Harshal Shah. It's over to you, Sudhir, in the studios.
Hello and welcome to Super Angels, the show where we endeavor to find India's next super entrepreneur. I've got with me Harshal Shah. I want to ask you, what are some of the things you hope you don't see when someone makes an elevator pitch to you?
I think most important is the quality of the management team, particularly the entrepreneur. And if I see a certain amount of clarity of thought that he has and a certain disposition towards being able to handle people and so on, then that's a big sale. If that is not there, then that's a warning flag for me. Second is that there should be a clear understanding of the business model that is there and therefore a revenue model associated with it. And last but not the least, what's the need?
So Harshal, you were quite happy with the last pitch you saw. Let's hope this one evokes a similar response from you. Let's have a look at the pitch.
Sure.
Tell me, what do you mean by growth?
Why do you want to leave the company?
Tell me about your education. I'm asking you, what do you mean by sales? Fine, you can leave.
For any company, recruitment is one of the biggest pain points. There is a resource, however, which they often overlook. It's their employees, or more so, their employees' social network. That's what we endeavor to do with Hireplug.com. In a few simple steps, recruiters can sign up for a Hireplug account. They can now update all their vacant positions, and this in turn gets displayed on the company fan page on Facebook. At the employee end, the app can be sent out to all employees of the company. We then map their official IDs to their Facebook IDs using the Hireplug app, and all open positions are then available on their Facebook profiles. Now all employees can share relevant jobs with their friends on Facebook and over 40 social networks via feeds and messages. Potential employees can not only search and filter jobs on the fan page, but they also can apply for jobs using the application. And on the back end, all referring employees are tracked and rewarded. Our business model is a freemium model where we bill employers for our SaaS product after a basic free version, which allows an employer to post up to 10 jobs. We charge them based on the size of their company at Rs 50 per employee per month. With this business model, we project a revenue of Rs 4 crores for this year and Rs 950 crores in the next 5 years. We would like to make a pitch for Rs 4.5 crores for 10% equity in the company. Sign up on Hireplug today.
Harshal, you just saw the pitch. The entrepreneur is actually from a small town in Gujarat. It's quite a story. What are your first off reactions to the pitch?
I like the fact that he was smiling. I like the fact that he's got an idea. He's trying to go ahead and try and solve a need that's out there to come up with good ways to recruit people. But just off the top of my head itself, I have seen various such applications that are already out there. I believe there is a company that's out there called Branch Out. And there is another one called Brave New Talent. There is
you want to know what's different essentially?
I really don't see any difference.
So maybe we should call Rajan in to find out really what the difference is.
Yeah.
Rajan, welcome to the show. Welcome to Super Angels.
Thank you.
Can't help but ask this question. Where did that accent really come from?
Actually, I was working with a team of Americans, and I had to deal with them on a daily basis. So I thought learning the accent will speed up the process.
Man who is willing to be adaptable to change.
Absolutely.
I like the fact that you made a smiling presentation over there, and you were very positive about it. But I was trying to figure out that just being a member of Facebook, and I've seen various different applications that are already out there. What's your differentiator?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, the integration that we have with multiple social networks, the tracking capabilities that we have, and the quality of search and filtering that we are bringing to the table that no one else does. Apart from that, the Branch Out Jibe are like not employer side service. So the companies which are not employer side service, which will be hard to pay for. For example, the LinkedIn jobs. People are paying, but people are not getting that kind of response they are getting from Monster or Error Builder. So we want to position ourselves as an employer side service.
This product really doesn't still show me any killer need for me to want to go ahead and try to use it. What kind of a product roadmap do you have? I mean, after this, what?
So we are working to create the different barriers to entry, and one of the biggest barrier that we think in the long term will be referral marketplace. So all the employees who are participating in referrals, so many employers will generate large volume of jobs. So that will create a marketplace for referrals. So anyone can go there and refer their friends, share jobs with their friends and earn the referral bonus. So
What are some of the other things that you and your rest of your team are doing right now?
there's one portal called jobmeons.com, that we launched. It's a free job portal right now, and all the Hireplug jobs go into it. So we are kind of refining it a little bit there.
Great. So in terms of traction, when you compare yourself to the other guys, how would you rate yourself in terms of traction?
Right now, I think number 2 after job wide, I guess. Number of the traffic, kind of traffic that we are serving.
So how many customers do you have in total, Raj?
If you consider the unpaid customers, then we have around 2,200.
2,200.
Yeah, the paid customers are 7, which we did face-to-face deals. So
Okay. How many employees totally are using it?
right now, it's around like 3,000 to 4,000 range. So we measure based on the monthly, volume.
So 2,200 companies and 3,000 to 4,000 employees. So that means there's only 2 employees per company.
Actually, many companies, they only have recruiters who are trying out the service. So they are not the like full-fledged users.
So how are you actually going about marketing your service?
I think we'll do an online sales model to begin with, and later on we'll also have like face-to-face sales channel.
What's the revenues you're making right now, Raj?
We right now I will not be able to tell you the revenues numbers, but yeah, we are in the lakhs right now. Obviously, we need to still get to the crore point of view, but
Actually, you don't somehow seem convinced for some reason.
Well, first and foremost, I need to get better clarity on, out of these 3 different things that you said that you're working on in terms of your own, website and, your particular product and so on. What exactly do you want to do?
Absolutely. Right now we are focusing on getting referrals up, like going from 20.
No, but I wouldn't want you to do anything else. So out of those 3 things, are you willing to go ahead and say that you will only do one?
Yeah, obviously my focus will be one, but obviously I have a team, that needs to.
That team is getting funded by me.
Okay.
The second thing is, in terms of your marketing strategy, and you're talking about actually going and doing a feet on street kind of a campaign. That's actually a very expensive campaign.
No, it's not a street. I think I didn't say that.
Well, you said that you would actually have to go and sell, physically sell these products
Face to face.
face to face.
Yeah, at some point, yes, I think.
So that's actually so it doesn't seem that there is clarity on that model at all. And last but not the least, I still don't see the defensibility of your product or your product roadmap. I'm not interested in going ahead and funding just an app. This has to be a company that you're talking about building out there, and not just an application.
So basically, we need to compare the products, that we have, they are in the market, and their strategies, and the kind of traction that they are getting. We got approached by Facebook, we got approached by Career Builder, from acquisition perspective, and I mean they are seeing the value. And
why would they end up
value.
approaching you when you've got only 2,200 users? Do you realize that when you say something like this, that Facebook has approached you and this, that, and so on and so forth, if somebody is an investor into your company as a part of due diligence, they would actually ask you to go ahead and prove what you're saying.
Yeah, obviously I have the emails and I think
that they have made you an offer to purchase it?
No, we didn't take the offer, but we had some conversation.
Did they make you an offer?
No, I didn't ask for the offer. We said that we are not looking.
So
to
then
sell.
it's not a discussion about acquisition. So let's be very clear about that. How are you bringing about your team's core competence into this? Well, how is it that I can trust you, being an entrepreneur, that you actually have an insight into what you're doing?
While I was in US, in part-time we started a placement firm, and I placed a lot of my friends, and we made $270,000 of revenues in like 2 years of time.
So you're saying you have an experienced track record in recruiting them?
Yeah, obviously.
What is your take on their revenue projections and the valuation? So about 60 crore is the valuation he's asking for.
I mean, there's no way. That number just doesn't make sense. And we still don't even have clarity on the first year numbers itself.
So Rajan has 5 months till our finale, and if he does make it to the grand finale.
Yeah.
So Harshal, what do you want to see him work on along with the time mentor?
I think all these points that I've talked about, your competitive strategy, your ability to be able to differentiate, your management team and strength and how you're building that out, your sales strategy that's going to be out there, your product differentiation, product roadmap that's out there. This entire gamut, I think at this point in time, it's a very rudimentary pitch that you have made. I think there's a lot of work that you need to do in order to be able to have this discussion 5 months later.
A clear focus, a clear go-to-market strategy, and a defensible strategy is what Harshal is looking for in Rajan, and Rajan is going to be mentored by a Thai mentor over the next 5 months. If you disagree with Harshal and you'd like to see Rajan as part of our 8 final startups in the grand finale, well, you can vote for him by sending us a SMS, writing to us on our Facebook wall, or by simply emailing us. Is Rajan going to be India's next super entrepreneur? Well, follow us on Super Angels and find out.
Of course, Hireplug will be mentored by a mentoring partner, Stein. That's not all. Voting is now open for Hireplug. So if you'd like to see them in the grand finale, well, cast your vote through an SMS or simply log on to Facebook. We take a breather here on the show, but coming up, a startup that's brought organic food to your neighborhood retail store, Pro Nature Organic, right after this break.